The toy that I'm talking about today is Mr. Potato Head. According to the manufacturer, it's for children 2 years and older. Personally, I do not believe there are any gender associations with this toy. I myself had Mr. Potato Head, which was developed in 1952. Although I had Mr. Potato Head, there was a Mrs. Potato Head, and she was developed in 1953. Mr. Potato Head has been a cultural American icon for 60 plus years. In 1987, he joined forces with the American Cancer Society and their campaign, The Great American Smokeout, and he gave up his pipe. So originally he came with a pipe, but he does not any longer. In 1996, both him and Mrs. Potato Head joined the League of Women Voters and helped forces to push for the campaign Get Out and Vote. On his 40th birthday, he decided not to be a couch potato anymore, so he was granted the award through the President's Council, the Physical Fitness Award. And in 2002, he was granted membership to AARP. Now, there are a lot of both fine and gross motor skills that go into play with this, and it can be varied depending on the child's abilities. Gross motor skills, if they are sitting up, would require trunk and lower body support, upper body for movement and getting the pieces. Fine motor skills, of course, would be manipulation of the pieces, different grasps, hand-eye coordination, bilateral coordination, strength. Some of these pieces are difficult to get in and out, especially the arms. Cognitively, you can vary this toy. You can have children identify the pieces, matching the pieces, making sure pieces match, 2 ears, 2 arms. Sequencing, using visual or verbal directions. Perceptually, you could have various pieces. You can buy separate pieces, have them all laid out on the floor, have them discriminate between matching pieces and the background, the foreground, identifying the different pieces on the floor or on the table. According to the manufacturer, I did not see any safety precautions with this toy. Personally, though, I would probably be cautious because these still are a size that could fit in someone's mouth, so I would probably watch children, make sure they don't stick this in their mouth. The pieces themselves are not sharp, although they used to be, because originally you would stab these pieces into a real potato. They're not sharp anymore. They're not dangerous. The pre-operational stage in Piaget's theory would probably be most appropriate, I think, for this toy, although many of the stages could apply. In the pre-operational stage, children engage alone. They also maintain focus on the activity. The solitary stage in Parton's theory, I would say again, applies most to this because children are engaging independently. Of course, other stages in the theory could apply depending on how you set up the activity. One way you could adapt this toy itself, instead of making another, flat Mr. Potato Head with stickies or something like that, I was thinking you could cut off the tips here and apply magnets to both sides. So instead of having to have the, precise fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, it would just be a magnet that they could kind of stick in the general direction and it would, attach. Overall, I would recommend this toy. There's a lot of variation, a lot of adaptations you could probably do, just a lot of different skills that you could use with working with a child, depending on their skill level. So overall, I would recommend Mr. Potato Head. Thanks.